Hello, I didn't see that. Why? You want to know about the Prohibition during the 1920s? Well, I'll fill you in on three main parts of the Prohibition. First, the 18th Amendment, which started the prohibition of alcohol. Second, the organized crime during the Prohibition. And third, the speakeasies. But first, let's give a little bit of background information about the Prohibition movement. The initial support came from parties and unions who thought that Prohibition would bring about declining crime rates. The movement picked up more support during World War I for three main reasons. 1. People didn't want young men going off to war drunk. 2. America wanted to conserve the grain used in making the alcohol. And 3. There was an anti-German feeling which deterred people from drinking beer. All these things led to the ratification of the 18th Amendment.
The 18th Amendment banned the manufacturing, sale, and transportation of liquor. However, the amendment said nothing about consumption. The amendment was supported by groups such as the Anti-Saloon League, the American Temperance Union, and the Prohibition Party. Although the goal of the 18th Amendment was to create an alcohol-free nation, it did just the opposite. Prohibition created an extremely profitable market for organized criminals to supply the American public with illegal alcohol. These criminals, commonly known as gangsters, sold their liquor at secret bars called speakeasies.
The speakeasies became a popular destination for the American people in large urban cities. They were able to relax and enjoy the illegal alcohol they so desperately desired. In addition to being a place for social interaction, speakeasies were also extremely profitable for the multi-millionaires who owned them. Oftentimes, a speakeasy was so profitable that even if it shut down, the business owners could simply open a few blocks away. The American people wanted their alcohol, and the speakeasies were willing to provide it. As New York Mayor LaGuardia put it, "I believe that the percentage of whiskey drinkers in the United States is now greater than any other country of the world, and Prohibition is responsible for that."
Some ambitious men saw the banning of alcohol as a business opportunity. This began the development of organized crime during the Prohibition. One of these men was the notorious Al Capone. His involvement in organized crime made him one of the most wanted men in America. Most of the men involved in these crime rings profited the most from the sales of alcohol. By letting speakeasies operate and letting the sale of alcohol slip under the radar, even the police were involved. This in turn made criminals more confident in what they could get away with and also created stronger tension between rival gangs. The sale of alcohol wasn't the only crime these gangsters committed during their reign. Theft, prostitution, and gambling also occurred during the 1920s. Before the ban of alcohol, these were the main ways the mob operated. Prohibition just added another mean of crime to increase the mob's profit.
The purpose of the Prohibition was to eliminate crime in urban America, when in reality, it really just spawned some of today's most well-known criminals. The 18th Amendment ended up lasting until the Great Depression changed the public's mind about alcohol. The legalization of alcohol would solve unemployment problems and would send more money to the government's economy. Therefore, the 21st Amendment was ratified and alcohol was legal once again.
This educational program has been canceled due to lack of